your money maker like somebody about to pay you. I see you on my radar, don't you act like you afraid of shit.
Hi guys, it's Michelle Knight from Miss Bookkeeping, and I'm here today to provide an update on the Australian Government's second round stimulus package. So if you're interested in finding out what the new incentives are, please keep watching. On the morning of Sunday, 22nd of March, our Prime Minister Scott Morrison unveiled a second stimulus package totaling $66 billion. I'm going to be running through these updated incentives, particularly those that directly affect small business. Now, I've been a little bit slow in covering these off, with the main reasons being: one, we've been waiting for the package to be passed through as law. Now, this didn't happen until the Monday evening after the package was announced on the Sunday morning. Two, there were some grey areas around which we tax professionals were still waiting guidance on. And thirdly, I've been very busy this week guiding through my clients as to what these new measures are. So it's been lots of phone calls, emails and Zoom meetings, as you can imagine. Now, as I record this vlog, there are already talks about a third stimulus package. So I'll eventually cover this off in a future video, but it's very clear things are moving very, very quickly. The stimulus package has three parts: supporting individuals and households, support for businesses, and supporting the flow of credit. Remember in my last video I spoke about a cash flow incentive between $2,000 to $25,000. The government has bumped this up to between $20,000 to $100,000 for eligible businesses. So 100% of pay-as-you-go withholding obligations, tax on employee wages, will be reduced. Now, this increased from original 50% to all of pay-as-you-go withholding, which is actually relevant to a number of my clients. Again, this isn't going to be magic money in the bank as such. It's much more complicated than that. It's going to be reducing ATO payment obligations as part of your BAS, with potentially a cash incentive after the application of X, Y, Z. I hate when the media uses the term cash payment, as it implies sort of instant government money of X, and this is not the case. This depends on a number of things like the tax on wages amount, any GST payable and existing ATO BAS debt. It's actually applied over a number of months, so the cash flows through an extended period to keep the wheels on the economy rolling. So if you lodge a monthly or quarterly activity statements and you have employees, please speak to your tax professional to find out what you're entitled to so they can do the nitty-gritty calculations. In my first stimulus package video, I spoke about a $750 cash payment that was being dished out to people on JobKeeper payment, youth allowance, parenting payment, farm household allowance and special benefit recipients on the 31st of March. A second $750 will go out on the 13th of July. The government will temporarily double JobKeeper payment, providing people with an additional $550 a fortnight, and the payment will be available to sole traders and casual workers provided they meet the income tests. Asset tests and waiting periods will be waived. This increase is time limited and will be applied for a period of 6 months. So there's no doubt we're going to be seeing more people losing jobs and needing access to government welfare. This will also apply to, for example, sole traders who have found their work has dried up due to COVID-19. For more specific details about the new welfare payments, please contact Centrelink. That's even if you can get through. In a totally unprecedented move, the government is allowing people to access up to $10,000 from their superannuation in this financial year and 2021 financial year. The withdrawal will be tax-free and designed to assist those in financial hardship. So that's up to $10K in 2020 and another $10K in 2021. I'm reluctant to say any more on this, as professionally I can't provide superannuation advice. Just know that this is an option to withdraw super if you meet the eligibility conditions, and please seek further professional advice if you have any specific questions. The decision to withdraw from super should not be taken lightly, especially if you are young like myself. So the Commonwealth is offering small business loans of up to $250,000. Now, when I looked into the rules around this, I was actually looking at the Queensland rules because a lot of my clients are here in Queensland. So I'm not going to actually run through these eligibility requirements. Just suggest that you go away and read the rules specific to your state or territory. It is really important to speak to your tax professional if you are one eligible to apply for these government loans, and also if you're in a position to be able to apply ASAP. I was helping a client yesterday review what they needed to do, and we had to ensure that their tax returns are up to date, that we were able to provide simple things like a current list of debtors and creditors. So just be very clear that you may need to do some work to even be able to apply, and from what I understand, it's a first come first served basis. So I'm assuming a lot of people have already applied for these loans, and the sooner you can get your application in to potentially be given this funding, the better. So the last point I'll make is that the government has relaxed rules around being able to trade insolvently. So prior to this whole COVID-19 crisis, there was very strict rules around being able to trade in the negative, so to speak. Because of this whole COVID-19 crisis, the government is saying, you know, businesses can continue to trade, I suppose, whilst this is all going on. Again, if you have more specific questions around this, please do speak to your trusted tax professional to see what implications these have on your small business. So in summary, look after each other, stay safe and keep positive. We're all in this together. As always, if you have any specific questions about your personal tax scenario, please seek advice from a trusted tax agent. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It does help me to bring more valuable content to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.